oldest son, who when he was a senior in high school came to breakfast one morning and said, I had a dream last night about my mission, that I'm going to meet an African family with lots of children, and I'm going to teach them the gospel. So I must be going on my mission to Africa. And a few weeks later, he came down to breakfast again and said, I had the same dream last night. And he was so excited. And a few months later, after he graduated from high school, he got his mission called to Independence, Missouri. And so I think it set him back a little bit. But he went to the MTC, he went on his mission, he was there, and a few months into his mission was with his companion. They were knocking on doors one afternoon, and his companion said, Elder Coyle, let's have you take this door. And so he knocks on the door, and the door opens. Here's this little girl about 9 years old, dark black-skinned African. And she looked at him, and she turned and yelled down the hallway in the apartment, Mom and Dad, it's the man from our dreams. They as a family had been dreaming about our son. And the dad came running down the hall and said, do you have the book? Do you have the book? And our son said, well, I think we know what you're asking about. Yes. And he said, come in. So he went in and they sat down in the living room, and all of a sudden, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9 children come running into the living room with Mom and Dad, and they sit down on the floor, and they're all just looking at him like, we've been dreaming about you. We came from Ethiopia. We knew that we would find the gospel of Jesus Christ through you. And here you are. And of course, Elder Coyle introduces them to the Book of Mormon. And they very quickly arranged to get a copy of the book for each of the children and the parents. And they teach them the gospel, and they're all baptized. And they have become profound members of the church in Missouri, and in bringing African immigrants into the church, into the gospel. So while they're having their dream about Elder Coyle, he's dreaming about them. Isn't that an amazing story? Every time we talk about
it makes
that,
me emotional.
It makes her cry. It does me too. Because he suddenly, 4 months out on his mission, was able to send us a letter and say, I know now why I was supposed to come to Missouri. I've met this family. I'm good friends with his mission president. And in fact, he's a sealer in the Bountiful Temple with me. And he and I have talked on a number of occasions, and he just says one of his favorite missionary stories of his 3 years as mission president is that story about Elder Coyle and this African family. Because it was so profound on both ends. And how it happened was very touching. Anyway.
Okay.
Trey, there are people in Sacramento waiting for you. They may not know it yet. They may not know it until they meet you, or they may not know it until a week or two after they've met you. But they're there, and they're waiting. And there are members who are waiting for you to be their missionary to help. So, do you have any questions about what we've talked about the last 40 minutes?
None come to mind right now.
Okay. Next Monday, when are you getting back from your trip?